Carolyn said that she had been preparing to go to bed that night when she heard loud noises from downstairs. Specifically, a bunch of banging noises, ones that sounded like a garage. Bill had a little makeshift office space in the car garage, and it wasn't uncommon for him to be down there late into the evening, finishing up a bit of work. However, Carolyn said she was immediately put on edge by the banging because nothing Bill ever did down there made this kind of noise. Unnerved by what she was hearing, Carolyn decided to check to make sure everything was okay. When she opened the door to the garage of the house, at first she didn't see much.
She got backed in the head.
There was a lot of stuff in there. Though it was mostly because Bill's little office and note area was kind of tucked away on the far side of the room. You had to actually walk through the garage to get there. And it wasn't until Carolyn did this that she said she discovered what she had been hearing. Bill had been attacked and was lying in a pool of blood next to his desk. Carolyn explained that she tried her best not to panic and immediately got down onto the floor to see if Bill was still breathing and to help him in whatever way she could. What she hadn't realized, though, the person who did this was still there. As she was desperately trying to tend to her husband when she was hit hard with something in the head. The blow was powerful enough to send her into a daze and had momentarily knocked her out. Carolyn said she wasn't sure how long she had been incapacitated for, but as soon as she got her bearings back, she ran straight out of the garage to help. When paramedics had a look at Carolyn's head wounds, it seemed to match with what she was saying. The injury wasn't like resting rifle. It was clear she'd taken a solid blow, needed to be at least briefly hospitalized for stitches, as well as further examination. Unfortunately, the situation with Bill next was a lot more grim.
How many times you see this shit and it turns out it was their boyfriend or somebody they hired and they backed them on the fucking head during the crime just to kind of give them an alibi.
Mm-hmm.
And it was obvious
That they were a victim too. Hell, one dude cut off his own fucking face with a razor blade and then sliced his fucking chest open.
Mm.
I mean, he had to have, like, in all, it was probably close to 200 stitches.
Damn.
But in the end, they found out that he's the one who did it.
Mm.
Yeah, people are fucking nuts.
Yeah, they are.
So yeah, I don't believe that shit.
Alright, so I can make one bolt.
You've already killed one person while the two others are alive.
Alright.
Like if you knew they were alive. You know what I'm saying? We'll see.
You're the one watching.
You don't want to hear the crime stories, but you still look like a greasy motherfucker. You're a greasy, dirty dude. More than likely, he's not. It's just
Mm.
Sure.
Oh, there's more than one.
Huh?
I'm trying to sneak around and kill these guys, and I didn't realize that there was actually more than one here.
Listen to this and better tell me if I'm right.
Could just pause it.
Why would I pause it? You can listen.
The day after receiving this lead, detectives got another tip. Local florist who said they remembered something that they thought they didn't know about. The florist explained that a few months back they had been hired by a man a bouquet of flowers. That bouquet was sent to Carolyn Exum and also included a card with quite the eye-catching message. It read, quote, "A little bit of sunshine to my best friend. Love." While the man who paid for the flowers hadn't wanted the card signed, fortunately for police, the florist had still collected his contact information.
You go for a ride. You go for a
Things
ride.
got even more interesting when police looked up Carol's phone and took a look at his email. It was the owner of a secret electronic pickup truck.
Two.
As authorities
You keep me.
this was a
No, no. Is she gonna kiss too? Get better. Yeah.
While Alan was a divorced father of one who worked at a print shop, last aha moment came when they found out that Alan's parents ran out the way. Alan was the same age as his mother, and high school as this led detectives to wonder. Investigators decided to ask Carolyn about Alan directly. But they definitely had their own idea. Carolyn said that her and Alan were good friends in the past. Well, that happened in kind of roundabout way. Technically in high school, but they didn't know each other well back then. They hung out with totally different groups of people and socially just didn't ever really overlap. Carolyn said that only changed a couple of years ago when she ran into Alan after the move for the first time in quite a while. They got to talking, and it was clear that Alan was going through one match with a divorce. So Carolyn invited him to her church. She also asked him help Alan help him at her church. As he plowed, Carolyn said that was Alan thanking her for helping him to get through that dark time in his life. But really, it wasn't just her and Alan on the adventure. Bill
Shit.
also become friends.
Gotta restore power to these doors. Maybe that wire leads to a power source or something.
Back up what Carolyn had told them. They said, yeah, Bill had kind of brought out and was helping him to turn his life around. Now, Carolyn's story seemed to check out. As far as investigators, Alan Brown is still a person to know. After all, that vehicle that the description of his pickup truck had still been spotted near the scene around the time of Bill's murder. As a result, police turned their full attention towards Alan. It wasn't long before they came up with a theory. This theory took
Well, look who finally showed up.
I was watching a movie.
Excuses, excuses.
It actually was.
Don't know why you call porn movies, but okay.
No, I was watching the new Fantastic Four.
You're watching what?
The new Fantastic Four.
Gay.
Hopefully that did the trick.
Maybe Alan was obsessed with Carol. Perhaps this had started as a crush in high school, one that had never really gone away. And then when Carol and Alan reconnected a couple of years ago, maybe it had festered into something else. A second chance in Alan's mind to get the girl who had always been out of his league. This time, by any means necessary. Now, that's a pretty wild leap to make just from some old yearbook photos. And you'd be right. But this wasn't the only thing that investigators did. They also went to speak to someone with a much better idea about Alan's personal life and his history. His ex-wife. And let's just say, she was quick to agree that police were on the right track. Alan told investigators that one of the main reasons that their marriage had broken up was because of his obsession with Carolyn. She always knew Alan.
I think my director at work is trying to destroy my car.
Why?
Because next week's schedule, I am everywhere but close to home.
Well, that kind of sucks.
I'll have to talk to him about it fucking Monday. Because he has me going Chicopee Friday. That's in Massachusetts, which is like almost an hour and a half from work. And like almost 2 hours away from the house.
Mm.
And then Wilmantic is like 50 minutes away from the office. But it's like it's an hour and a half from the house.
Maybe he doesn't like you.
Honestly, at this point, I would guess it.
This was despite the fact that Bill was supposed to be a close friend, someone he was ministering to in a church. The detective asked Bill's wife about any weapons Alan might have had, and she said that there was one thing that he usually carried with him. It was a heavy piece of pipe with grip tape wrapped around one end.
Oh no!
As his fish dagger. This already sounded quite a bit like a murder weapon.
Like, let me double read it because it's showing. I'm so fucking confused on it. Monday I'm in Wilmantic with my buddy Max. Tuesday, Wednesday I'm off.
Hmm.
I'm in Manchester on Thursday. Chicopee Friday. West Hartford Saturday and Sunday. Which is fine because I think the West Hartford one isn't like 10 minutes away from the office.
Well, yours is Tallywhacker.
Lord.
Oh, Jesus, that means I have to leave the house by like 8:30 in the morning.
Oh
Or
no,
earlier.
not 8:30 in the morning.
No, that's just from here to the office. It's like 40-something minutes. I don't know how far the BJ's is from the office.
You like BJ's.
Not the one you're thinking of. Getting them, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Or giving them, no.
Don't lie.
No.
Keep lying, not so you're gonna go to hell.
I'm okay with that.
So you admit you're lying.
No, but I'm okay with going to hell.
Who made it on
It's not to.
Shut up,
Granny
Brenda.
says hi. He said hello, Brenda.
It was Carolyn Exum, wearing nothing but a negligee. She was given just enough time to change into some proper clothes before she was also placed in handcuffs and taken down to the police station. It turned out that when police had started their surveillance of Alan Browning a few weeks earlier, they had also obtained warrants to put up a few cameras, mostly in areas that Alan frequented. One of these areas was a strip mall where Alan's son was enrolled in karate classes.
Don't do it. There's a
As it
stripper
happened,
mall.
some of the Exum children also took karate lessons there. And when detectives started reviewing the footage from their camera, they quickly noticed a pattern. Every time Alan and Carolyn would drop off their kids before heading to Carolyn's van, where they would promptly disappear inside the vehicle for quite some time. There were blanks there, but let's just say they weren't playing Checkers.
You don't know
Of
that.
course, this in and of itself wasn't proven
They're
to be
really
wrong,
weird. Okay,
though it was enough for authorities to obtain further warrants. Specifically,
Lord.
multiple wiretaps and listening devices, which were set up in the apartment where Carolyn...
New DraftKings casino players.
Loud.
The choice is yours.
The resulting
Yeah,
audio
very.
recordings from these devices not only confirmed once and
Not
for
to just
all
played a video that was very loud.
involved.
For some reason, like when I download movies, like when I play it through my video like app, it wants to be super quiet depending on the movie. So I had to switch it to my headphones, and then I forgot I had my my volume maxed out on my phone.
Mm.
Unbelievable degree. For instance, if Alan would say something and Carolyn said the opposite, Alan would just totally change his opinion and agree with her. He also did everything around her schedule. So, like that whole thing with the payphone, that was a code so that Carolyn would know Alan was coming over so that she could sneak him into the apartment when her kids were asleep. This was something police observed repeatedly during the time of the surveillance, which is how they knew they would be able to catch them by surprise during the arrests. Speaking of arrests, once Carolyn and Alan were in custody, they were brought to both of them denied any wrongdoing, with Carolyn in particular. Even after being given evidence of her relationship with Alan. As the hours went on, though, it seemed that Carolyn began to realize that she was trapped and started changing details of what she was saying. This started small. She admitted to sleeping with Alan, but said that it had only happened after Bill's death. But the changes slowly grew larger and larger. Carolyn didn't investigate there, but said she
Gunpowder.
about the murder. Finally, she claimed that she knew Alan was behind the murder, but that she didn't say anything because she feared the safety of her husband.
What the
Detectives
fuck?
didn't find anything. That wasn't You see, during his own interview, Alan said he just wanted to hear Carolyn's voice. Police obliged, allowing him to listen outside the door as Carolyn threw him under the bus through the entirety of her husband's murder.
I don't remember what that is, but I don't feel like fucking with it.
Ready to reveal what had really happened. Alan said that when he first reconnected with Carolyn, it seemed like a dream come true. He totally loved her, as if he had always been out of his league. And now, not only was she noticing it, for the first time, it seemed like she was returning his romantic interest. For months, things had gotten more and more intense between them. They were having a full-blown affair by this point, and Carolyn seemed like she was ready to go even further. She said she wanted to be with Alan, and that they should get married. They even purchased a wedding dress for her and a new ring for him. Unfortunately, Carolyn said there was a problem. According to Alan, Carolyn told him that if they were going to be together, Bill had to be out of the picture completely. Things were going to be too messy with the kids involved and everything. And on top of that, they were going to need money to start their new life together. And Carolyn said that the Bill's life insurance policy and retirement benefits would be more than $450,000. If all of this wasn't enough to convince Alan, the final thing Carolyn was certainly not in mind. She falsely claimed that she wanted out of her marriage in the first place because Bill was abusive. Alan explained that Carolyn let him into the house and lured Bill into the garage under the pretense of a fun, sexy little game. After taking him into his office, she tied him to a chair and put a blindfold over his eyes. That's when Alan hit Bill once by surprise, knocking him unconscious. Once he was out, they would burn the house with him inside to make it look like an accident. However, this is not how things had played out. Bill was a big guy, and he didn't go down without a fight. As soon as he was hit, Bill managed to stand up, still strapped to the chair, at which point all hell broke loose. Alan went into a panic and started swinging the dishwasher around wildly. He managed to get off a couple more hits, but he struggled and nearly flew out of his hands. At the same time, Bill's blindfold was picked up the fishwhacker and handed it back to Alan. That's when Alan had finished him.
Was Joe and TJ on last night?
They were for a little bit. I invited to a party, but they never joined.
He not only realized that his wife had betrayed him, he had to watch as she put the weapon that was used to murder him. Following Alan's confession, he also agreed to tell
These parts should fix the broken sniper rifle.
By this time, they had already seized and searched his truck, but the fishwhacker hadn't been inside. Alan said that he buried the item in the ground in some woods by his parents' place and described the approximate location. During a subsequent search, the weapon was recovered. Carolyn continued to deny everything. In fact, according to police, in one final act of manipulation, she even had the audacity to try and get Alan to take the fall for everything. This apparently happened when she sent him a letter in jail after their arrests, telling him that if he really loved her, he would let her go. Unfortunately for Carolyn, Alan agreed to testify against her. The testimony was bolstered by one other piece of damning evidence. Remember the jeans that Carolyn was wearing? The ones that she said she got blood on when she discovered Bill's body and tried to help him? Upon further analysis, it turned out that those bloodstains were from high-velocity spatter, not simple contact. This meant that Carolyn had to have been present when Bill was actually being killed. After agreeing to fully cooperate and testify, Alan Browning took a plea deal for the a life sentence. Despite her stubborn denials, Carolyn also eventually saw the writing on the wall and agreed to plead guilty in January of 2001. She received a sentence of a minimum of 25 years. But I gotta say, this has got to be one of the most heartbreaking and disturbing cases like this that I've ever come across. The level of betrayal is astounding enough on its own. Then you have that whole other level of manipulation with Alan Browning. I definitely think Alan still deserves to be held responsible for his actions, especially given the brutality of this particular crime. Though that being said, it's clear that Carolyn had him in the palm of her hand. You may have noticed that there's a bit of a loose end with Carolyn's head injury that she had at the time the original 911 call was made. None of the sources that we looked at offered a clear explanation for this. Though if I had to guess, I would say she either deliberately had Alan hit her to make the home invasion scene, or she was struck by accident.
Ingredients. Frankly, back to that same window.
There's actually one important though, that I want to address.
Thanks. Got it.
In Alan's confession, he stated that he had set the house on fire. Of course, you might also have remembered that the Exum's 4 children were safe dead at the time of the crime.
Fake.
This led some investigators to suspect
They're talking to each
Carolyn's
other.
original intention wasn't just to murder the kids,
This crap.
to wipe out her whole soul.
Of course I'm here to say this is what I don't Alright, we go around that continuous article, bring them back here for the spell. What's wrong with this thing? Anything? It's not the Apollo. Think? It's a freaking prop. Like everything else.
Lord. You want to touch my pecker? Go ahead. I don't care. Oh, shit.
Hey, yes. I'll just tag along. Garrett. One of you guys talking? Yeah, you know what's Cliff. Yeah, of course. Cliff. I think we're gonna go back.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Work on our acting. Yep. For our characters. For the show. Yeah. All right. Where the hell are we anyway?
Thanks so much. Take care.
Wow. Must be the star of this thing.
A couple of men arrived in the rural part of Multnomah County, Oregon, when one of them spotted something out of the corner of their eye. They were about to cross a village over a local creek when a flash of something appeared just behind the guardrail on the side of the road. Much to their surprise and alarm, they realized that it was a human hand, one that appeared to be waving at them frantically for help.
Dude, you got an owl.
The men would encounter a moments later. And unsettling as this already was, things were about to get a whole lot darker. The woman told them that she was the only one in danger. Her husband had also been
Right.
screaming for help. In the winter of 2009, husband and wife Gerald and Hazelyn Scott were thinking about the future. Gerald, who went by the nickname Jerry, was in his early 60s, and Hazelyn, who went by the
Don't look at me, Wiley.
50s. They had been married for 39 years, had raised 2 boys, and now were focused on their retirement. The couple was back in 1969,
You are the lovely actress who plays
when they were both in their
Louise.
teens. According to sources we came across, it was a real opposites attract situation.
Garrett's house.
Lynn was known for being incredibly sweet and kind, while Jerry could be a little rough around the edges. He was bold and in your face. He was the kind of guy who would tell you how he how it might be received by others. Still, the relationship worked for them. Lynn had a way of breaking through Jerry's prickly exterior. And besides, the only thing that really mattered to them was that they were happy. They were married in 1971, shortly after Jerry returned from his deployment to Vietnam, where he served as an MP in the U.S. Army. From the beginning of their marriage, Jerry and Lynn hadn't followed a traditional
What?
timeline, especially when it came to work and money. Rather than chasing what you might call a stable career, they opted for doing a bunch of different things, usually activities related to skills that they already had and enjoyed. This was particularly true of Jerry, though he was an ordained minister and spent
None of
nursing
the
homes. He also did landscaping and a Christmas tree farm on the 17-acre plot of land where they
No,
Torturing that poor dog.
no,
a ton of money. It was more than enough to get by. It helped that Jerry was incredibly frugal on top of being an avid hunter, fisherman, and all-around outdoorsman.
It's my bud.
In 1960, Lynn gave birth to their first son, Jason. Later, their second boy, Adam, was born. Before you knew them, the couple were overjoyed to be parents. Friends marveled at how Lynn seemed to have endless energy while splitting her time between
round and round,
pass on everything he knew about camping, fishing, hunting, and outdoor survival. By all
It's a
accounts,
mission.
he was lucky enough to both had happy childhoods. In 1991, the family received an unexpected financial disgrace when Lynn's father passed away. Obviously,
Oh
the
fuck.
situation
This is that house.
since that's kind of a depressing way to get money. All the same, Lynn's large inheritance allowed her and Jerry to do things they'd never dreamed of up until then. They bought several rental properties in and around the Portland area, as well as a piece of land on the border in Washington State. Despite these new streams of income, the couple kept the same attitude they always had towards money, particularly Jerry.
Yep. Damn it. Why would you run that way?
I'm back.
She's coming for me.
However,
I gotta get out of here.
just when it seemed like they were well on their way to thriving in their golden years, tragedy would strike in the most unexpected and terrifying way. At around 8 o'clock on the morning of February 6th, 2009, two friends named Gerald Ford and Jim Pogue were driving in Multnomah County, Oregon. They were traveling along Gordon Creek Road, a quiet and winding country route located in a heavily forested part of the county that loosely hugs the bend of the Sandy River. The men were just about to cross the bridge over Gordon Creek itself when Gerald noticed a red pickup truck that was parked on the shoulder of the road. This wasn't all that unusual. People stopped to fish in this area all the time. What was alarming, however, was what he saw next. A little ways up ahead, just barely visible, was a hand that appeared to be frantically waving for help. As soon as Gerald stopped, Jim hopped out of the car and ran toward the side of the road, right next to one of the edges of the bridge. Lying there in the soaked, frigid grass behind the bridge's guardrail was a woman who appeared to be in the middle of a harrowing ordeal. The woman was covered in scratches and bruises, and her fingernails were broken and caked with mud and vegetation. She said that her name was Lynn Stomps, and she had just been the victim of an attack. Despite clearly being in an immense amount of pain, she wasn't talking at all about her injuries. Instead, she kept saying over and over again that the men needed to get help for her husband Jerry. He had been with her and had also been attacked, but now she had no idea where he was. There's a woman that's thrown off the bridge on Gordon Creek Road. She's hurt. This might get me out of here. When emergency responders arrived at the scene, they immediately started tending to Lynn, who they could tell was in pretty rough shape. Soon we determined that she had suffered a broken pelvis, rib, and tailbone, with the fraction to her pelvis being especially severe. The story of how she'd gotten these injuries was no less disturbing. Lynn said that earlier that morning, she and her husband Jerry had driven down here from their home a few miles away in Corbin. They had been trying to sell their $40,000 boat and had arranged to meet a man named Dave, who they had been in contact with through Craigslist. Instead, they had walked into a trap.
Nice.
Shortly after arriving in the agreed upon location, they had been ambushed.
Shit.
Jerry had been attacked as he was taking this man down to a nearby fishing spot, while Lynn had been attacked by a second man as soon as she got out of their red pickup truck to see what was going on. He chased her and threw her off of Gordon Lake Bridge. She had fallen 19 feet to the water below,
Does it
hitting
bother
on the
you?
concrete supports on the way down. After briefly passing out, she had realized she couldn't get up and had been forced to drag herself up a steep embankment in order to get back to the road. She estimated that it had taken her almost 2 hours to pull herself up and finally flag down to the road. After surviving the details, Lynn was rushed off to a hospital in Portland to be treated for her injuries. In the meantime, police got to work scouring the area
Did I just
for
imagine
any
that?
sign of Jerry Stomps.
No,
At the same time,
that was...
they began to ask themselves,
What was that thing?
who could be
Was
behind
that real
this
or all in my
crime?
mind?
And would they be able to find Jerry before it was too late?
Joey? Joey!
As search teams fanned out everywhere looking for Jerry Stomps, news of the early morning ambush spread quickly in Corbin. Like police, many people wondered how something like this could have happened in their small rural community, especially to a couple like Jerry and Lynn. The husband and wife were well known around town and seemed like the last people who would be the victims of such an awful crime. Lynn was so sweet and nice, and Jerry was the type who was more than capable of defending himself. After learning what had happened, Jason, Adam, and other family members raced to Lynn's bedside. They were relieved that she was okay, but at the same time, it was hard to focus on anything with the knowledge
I don't think there's anything left for me to do.
possibly in grave danger. Unfortunately, back at the crime scene, things were quickly hitting a serious roadblock. Wet and cold weather conditions, as well as rough terrain, made the search slow. But moreover, police just weren't able to find any real evidence. There wasn't so much as a footprint that could suggest where Jerry or the unknown attackers might have gone. Though this wasn't ideal, investigators decided that they had no choice but to go to the hospital and try to get as much information from Lynn as possible while she was under heavy sedation. Upon arriving, detectives asked Lynn to tell them everything she could remember about what had happened that morning, including as many details as possible. Lynn said that she would try her best. She explained that the whole thing had really started about a couple weeks earlier when she and Jerry had decided to put their boat up for sale on Craigslist. They had gotten a bit of interest, but nothing all that serious until Jerry had been contacted by a man named Dave. Dave seemed really motivated to buy and had been willing to pay what they asked. All he wanted to know, basically, was how soon could he get it? Now, Lynn said that she and Jerry weren't stupid. They were aware that Dave could be wasting their time, or worse, this could be some kind of a scam. They weren't about to let a stranger come to their house, and they also weren't going to haul their $40,000 boat out of town. As a result, they arranged to meet with fishing on February 6th. That way, Jerry and Dave could discuss the boat, and then if Dave was actually serious, they could take the next step. So let's just start at the beginning.
Okay, we woke up. He told me he had this appointment with this guy that he was going to meet. He's anxious to sell the boat, but I don't want anybody we don't know who really isn't serious coming to the house. Sometimes I'm there by myself. So he said, okay. So he had made arrangements with this guy to meet him there.
Around what time did you leave the house?
We had to have left at 6:20, 6:30, no later than that.
Lynn and Jerry had arrived at the Gordon Great Bridge not long after leaving the house that morning, since their home Only a few miles away, they parked Jerry's red pickup truck on the shoulder
6.
close to
What?
one of the entrances.
I have a fun gun.
They didn't have to wait long before
Okay.
another pickup truck pulled
I have a space laser.
Huh?
Nice.
Nice.
She wasn't sure of the make and model.
And the closer I get to the nuke symbol on the ground,
And Jerry
the
also went out to greet
the stronger it gets.
pleasantries. They
Nice.
got off into the woods to walk in.
Shit, there's some here.
In the summer
I can essentially one-shot a boss if I have the right knife now.
Cool.
investigating an awful crime, one that had shaken the
I'm
community
so
and left
happy.
the local family absolutely. Now, police were sure that they knew who was responsible.
Fuck is here?
That wasn't the issue, but proving it, well, that was a different story. And now, almost a year and a half had gone by, and they were seriously starting to have doubts about whether they were going to be able to provide justice. Thankfully, though, that was all about to change. It happened when investigators got an unexpected break from an even more unexpected source. January 29th, 2007 started off like any other Monday for Mariano Rivera. After heading to the east side of Texas, he began his normal routine. Every morning, store managers like Mariano were responsible for a list of daily tasks. They'd get there about an hour before the store opened, bring them enough time to do things
Where the fuck is it?
check incoming mails, and just
Oh, it must be in here.
customers. They would also empty the store's safe of the previous day's earnings and
This way.
take the
No,
cash
look, I
out
really think that we.
For Mariano, all of this went as smoothly as it usually did. However, not long after he returned from the bank and officially opened his store, he got a call from his district manager. They asked him if he could drive over to one of their sister stores at the convenient
No
Gaines
magic in
location.
the house.
For some reason, that store had been open all day, and no one had plugged in the
Oh shit.
He actually knew the manager of the
Ba ba
was Amber
ba
Bell, 25
ba
It was
ba.
normally reliable, and on top of it,
Guys,
Amber was born and raised in San Antonio, and had been the manager of
not good. Not good.
part of the reason she was promoted to the position in the first place was because of her strong work ethic. Everyone had known her from her youth. She cared a lot about her children. She genuinely loved her job and brought a lot of passion and kindness to it. So, suffice it to say,
Well,
just
Sarah,
failing to
we
show
don't
up
really
for
understand it
dinner
ourselves. Jared and Johnson.
when Mariano drove over to the
No, don't take.
into a little
Oh,
plaza.
okay, it died. Thank God.
That's only part way, so that's a
The main
plus.
and back doors were locked.
And we'll certainly follow up on that, but I think the real
Be sure, though,
issue,
getting
Sarah,
into the
is
front
that
window is
what
vested
appear to be
on
a
the store repeated.
psychedelic
Never got any sort of
acid
answer,
trip.
since there wasn't really anything else they could do about it.
Oh shit.
As weird as this was, the whole situation was some kind of misunderstanding, and it would work itself out. But
Yeah, I think what
he got
we might need at this
the
stage
district manager
for
asked him
Ripley
to go back
to come up himself.
This time, Mariano would actually be able
Now
to
listen.
get into the store.
Could make me look. I'm supposed to be running this thing. And Derek's office doesn't have it somewhere, right?
Sold optical.
When Mariano entered the EB Games that day, it was about 2 p.m. And almost as soon as he got inside, he realized that
Gonna wait
something
back, or he has no juice here and he'll be
was
stuck on the dust.
in the sense that it hadn't been properly cleaned up from the day before. Things were knocked over, products were opened up and scattered around, and some
Huh?
straight up on the floor. What was even stranger was the cash register. Its drawer was wide open, and there was actually money out lying on the counter, including some random rolls of coins. Mariano knew that there was no way an employee would have left the store like this, especially not Amber. Feeling a sense of building dread, Mariano headed through the main sales area into the back of the manager's office. Down there was absolutely gut-wrenching. Amber Belkin was lying motionless on the floor.
Just gonna keep going this way.
Actually, where were they? That extra you tried to kill?
Police and emergency responders arrived at the scene. They confirmed the awful discovery.
Kind of act that goes away if we can scare up some coverage on a raise.
Suffocated with that plastic bag
money?
on his counter.
Pretty bad these two jokers are doing this. Because I'd like to think,
It was a struggle. Someone had done this to Amber. 4 minutes later, the alarm system to be shut off. Amber's gone in and started her shift. While both the front and back doors were locked and Mariano was at home, the back emergency alarm
We are.
was only clocked from the outside.
There's the X.
Being open when people weren't inside was disengaged. This not only further indicated that Amber had already started.
We've all had our psychotic breaks, right?
It showed police more about how the culprit could have carried out the crime. They could have taken all of the stolen goods out of the back into a waiting car while still having the door appear to fully lock behind them once they were finished. The final thing was that the cordless phone near the store's front counter was charging this. To them, this was a sign that Amber might have been trying to call for help before she was murdered. As important as all of these details were, detectives weren't convinced that the case was as straightforward as the biggest reason for this was Amber's murder itself. If this was a simple robbery of a house, why did it turn so violent? I mean, the safe was open, so obviously Amber hadn't refused to cooperate with her attacker. So why kill her? And in such a brutal way, too. A supplication like this would have taken several minutes. It seemed personal. Detectives asked themselves, was there someone who would have potentially benefited from both the robberies and Amber's murder? As it turned out, they wouldn't have to look very far before they found someone that appeared to fit this description. You see, Mariano wasn't the only person who was at the store when police arrived that day. It didn't take long for police starting off on this spread. While retail robberies were at a full rate, a killing like this certainly was, particularly because of how senseless it all seemed. At just 25 years old, Amber Belkin still had so much life ahead of her, and so many plans left unfinished. As much as she loved her job, it was always supposed to be a temporary stop. Something bigger. Anyone who got to know Amber knew that her true passion in life was animals. It had been that way from the time that she was a little girl. Amber was the classic animal lover. It's always been who she is.
Damn, there's so many of them.
She had gotten her little dog Buddy after she spotted him helplessly abandoned at the side of a road. In an interview with Human Claus, Amber's parents said when she found the dog, he was super dirty and had all this matted and tangled hair. But Amber had run across an expressway to rescue him. According to her best friends, they couldn't so much as drive past the turtle without needing to stop so that Amber could take it to safety. Her dream was to save up some money so that she could go back to school and train to become a veterinarian. Now, none of that would ever come true. Needless to say, Amber's loved ones were devastated when they learned what had happened to her, especially her parents, Randy and Lelia. Amber was their only child, and she had barely had a chance to start her life. Now, as I said previously, after investigating the scene of the murder, police started to believe that there was a personal dimension to all of this. And upon learning more about Amber's life, there didn't really seem to be anyone close to her that had a motive. But pretty quickly, someone else began speaking. You see, out of all the people that Amber worked with at EB Games, there was one person who she just didn't get along with. Her assistant store manager, Brandon Beal. It was well known among store staff that Brandon and Amber did not see eye to eye when it came to how to do their jobs. As a result, they butted heads a lot, even though Amber was supposed to be the one with the final say. Amber's parents told police that she didn't think Brandon was a bad guy, but he made a lot of mistakes, and it was making her life at work more difficult. Recently, she'd come to the conclusion that she couldn't ignore this any longer. So, she decided to write Brandon out for bad job performance. She had been planning to submit this negative performance review that morning. She had been murdered. Obviously, the timing of this alone was suspicious, but detectives soon learned there was actually a lot more. So, you might have wondered before how Mariano was able to get into the EB Games that day. The first time he went there, all he could essentially do was peek through the front window. Well, that's because when he
Hey there,
returned to the
kitty.
store, Brandon Beal was already inside. He had Mariano in. He had noticed all those things about the store looking disheveled and money being out in places it shouldn't have been. What was strange, though, is that Mariano
My life was skidding off the track before I went into that place. Being inside Rubik's head like that. I haven't been the same since. They tried to tell me it was all in my mind. But my mind couldn't have dreamt up the things I saw.
You don't have to remind me. I already know.
Yeah. Your pals in Mobius didn't have any problem putting you in danger, did they?
No, maybe. But if I wasn't with you, we might not have made it out alive.
There are times when I'm not sure I ever made it out. And now I'm in another step.
We're going to get out alive. Just like the last time.
I hope you're right about that.
Uh,
You still don't get me.
Now, Brandon, what's going on?
I can't believe Libby is still alive. The fire.
Libby was killed in the fire. I know this now.
Tell that to my brain. Tell that to the nightmares I've been having for years. And all the little girls in the world. Why mine?
I can't answer that specific. Mobius took Lily long before I joined them. I know you don't believe in coincidences. Maybe you see a pattern because you want to. You know that some crimes just happen. There's no real reason for it. Just the wrong person at the wrong place at the wrong time.
No. I refuse
Poor
to believe
Wiley.
that.
Regardless, the fire is a memory that you need to purge, Sebastian. It wasn't your fault that it happened. You didn't lose Lily because of it. Try to remember that.
Far away from those properties.
Huh?
Thanks, Kitty.
Good kitty.
Don't worry, Detective. This won't hurt a bit. I know my office is relaxed. Don't you think it's time that you... How am I ever...
Yeah.
Brandon said that he understood why everyone was suspicious, but they were missing some important context for his actions. He said any of the information that Mariano did about the store not open. So he was in a completely different headspace when he arrived there. Brandon explained that when he got there and saw the lights were on and the doors were locked, he thought that he had screwed up big time. He had shown up late for the day shift, but began to worry that maybe he had actually been scheduled to leave. Brandon said he went in and began rushing to get things in order. He said he wasn't blind. He saw that this was wrong, but in his panic state, he didn't make the connection that it was robbery. His concern was that the crew from the previous day had left things like this, and that he was going to get blamed for the mess. As for the situation in poor job performance, he claimed that he had no idea. He said that despite disagreements he had nothing against Amber personally, and he definitely wouldn't have done anything like this. Investigators weren't convinced by Brandon's story. Following this interview, they obtained search warrants for his cell phone, his home, his
That's about all you told us.
nothing. Absolutely nothing. No stolen merchandise, no money, no vehicles. There's no mention of anything remotely criminal in any communications on his cell phone. In fact, GPS data on the device showed that he hadn't been anywhere near the EB Games until around 2 p.m., just like he told police. Finally,
Why?
his alibi was confirmed repeatedly by his fiancée.
Oh, I do love you.
To say that this was a setup, wild understatement. Not only did they find nothing, they now essentially
see what I can craft.
It wasn't until they received an unexpected phone call that they began to understand what that was.
Excuse me.
After Brandon was ruled out as a suspect, the investigation into Amber Belkin basically hit a brick wall. As I already said, there was no surveillance footage. And aside from a single body found near Amber's body, there wasn't really any physical evidence to follow up on.
Okay. Look a little. What's your name, sir?
You having fun? Okay, just checking.
I'm Rick. How far are you going?
Now, of course, this was the first promising tip police had gotten. But even so, initially they were
Very
skeptical.
pretty.
The man who phoned
No, that's right. Trust me.
Joe, and despite being the one to reach out, seemed pretty hesitant to actually say anything. Still, Joe eventually agreed to come in and speak with detectives face to face. And over the course of a couple of hours, Joe explained
Alright, let's see if I can do this.
When he heard about the robbery and that's when he realized that Giovanni had actually gone absolutely terrified. He said he wasn't shy about After hearing all this, detectives brought Giovanni over and the details of Joe's story began checking out. They were convincing that creature. Fortunately, the first mystery, the hidden number intercept. Just as investigators were preparing to take Giovanni into custody, they got a call from their counterparts. The district attorney's office had instructed them not to move forward with this evidence was strong enough. Investigators were powerless to do anything. They tried but the only way things were going to move forward was if they found this evidence.
Shit.
In June of 2008, for almost a year and a half after Amber Belkin's murder, San Antonio parents received a Monday phone call. Who said she needed to speak Monica said that she had met Giovanni a few years earlier. She was still in high school. He began pursuing her romantically. Though she wasn't really attracted to him, she eventually dated him because of his persistence. Little did she know, it was a mistake that would end up destroying her life. Soon after the D&D, Monica got pregnant. Despite her young age, her and Giovanni
God bless it.
Veronica would go on to have 2 children. While she never regretted being a mother, life with her husband was intense. In addition to the constant financial commitments, Giovanni was incredibly abusive. When he had sex with Veronica, whenever he wanted it, he wouldn't take it very physically. Veronica said that if she tried to resist, Giovanni would force himself on her sexually. Horrifyingly, she said he would often do this while their 2 young kids were asleep, just feet away from them in the same room. He would duct tape her mouth and wrists so that she couldn't fight back or make noise. Still, she said she never regretted being abused. She grew up like she initially thought it was a she knew the path was the same one her husband had taken. She even pointed his way. One time, she said he seemed genuinely as surprised as she was. He showed her a house that Giovanni was in. Veronica explained that immediately afterwards, Giovanni she asked why. He said, replied, yes, but he didn't provide any other details. At this point, Veronica was beyond terrified. She was long overdue. With 4 times the situation finally, one night, despite how scared she was, they decided to by now, Veronica had laid out the pieces of her she was very certain Giovanni had killed her. She asked him about his past. Giovanni told her that he had murdered hoping that they would help to conduct a search. To the relief of investigators, Mexican authorities were more than happy to aid. And after 6 weeks, they managed to track Giovanni down. It turned out he didn't actually go outside. Instead,
I'll be back 6.
All right.
Merely reacting to what other people are making him do. You know, he just needed money to explain himself. And Amber had just listened to call for help. Exactly what I'm talking about. Is when Giovanni claims that he was actually going to turn himself into a that's guilty. So he fled the country, but he really wanted to turn himself in. He just couldn't do it because he cares so much about other people. Right. Gotcha. Anyway, as I mentioned, Giovanni took the deal and pleaded guilty to murder, as well as 2 sexual assault offenses. I'm going to guess that a lot of you watching
What the?
so much from Amber and her family. And then he went one day smoking a hard thought to stop. One of the most heartbreaking
Are these lilies?
researchers is the statements that Amber's parents made confronting Giovanni on the sentencing. Amber's father is something.
Lily! Are you here? It's Dad. Where'd she go?
I think this is a because it gets at how a single act of violence can destroy so many lives. Taking this case, for example, damage by all
Lily. It's okay. It's me.
absolutely horrific abuse. And yet, despite being a victim herself, apparently spending years feeling guilt and shame for not coming forward sooner. I also have to mention because
Damn it.
he was scarred.
All right, calm down.
Sure, his actions may have
How do I get in there?
but from the sounds of it, he said that
Huh?
she would turn on him. He said things to her like, how
Oh shit. Yeah, I pick you up and put you on the bed.
all the while they had no actual evidence. For months, he just lived his life thinking that at any moment he might be thrown in jail for a crime he didn't commit. Keep in mind, too, that Brendan was younger than Amber.
It's Lily's doll.
Fortunately for Brendan,
She's been here.
years later, his wife, he doesn't seem to hold it. He's kind of cool this story. I came across a news article from 2018 about how Brendan had saved a 13-year-old girl after she got trapped in a rushing water as they stormed the yeah, it turns out he was the opposite. Sadly,
Lily. Oh my god, she's in trouble. Someone is chasing her. I should check out around back. See where that window comes out.
thank you so much for watching. If you found today's upload interesting and informative, we'd be honored if you consider liking and subscribing, as well as hitting the notification bell and selecting all notifications to stay up to date with our latest releases. If you're looking for additional ways to help support the channel, we'd love to have you join us over on Patreon. Patrons get ad-free and early access to all of our content, as well as 4 additional stories per week for each of our Crimes of the Week and Crimes of the Week International videos. You can learn more at patreon.com/crimezone, where you'll also find some of the fine folks whose names are currently on screen. All that being said, we understand that not everyone has the means to support financially, and that's totally okay. We appreciate every like, sub, share, and comment that you send our way. Once again, thanks so much, everyone, and take care. spring of 2009, detectives of California's Santa Ana Police Department were frustrated in trying to solve the brutal murder of a mother of four, a crime which had deeply unsettled the
All right, Lily. Where did you run off to?
beginning of the investigation for 7 years. Authorities have little to show for their efforts other than a series of wild goose chases. Fortunately, just when it looked like the case was still
What the? Another signal. Good. I'm coming, sweetheart. Just hang in there.
Don't judge me.
Oh, I'm not.
It's still hot.
Maybe you should take off more. Maybe you should take off more.
Heads up before we begin. The names of a lot of people involved in today's story.
Trust me, I'm the baby.
Why a little later.
Every few minutes I'll get a cold chill. And I'll cover up.
A little after 2 p.m.
Then a minute will pass. Me have part of me covered up. Then I'm fucking so hot. It's like somebody's got a heater in front of me.
The home belonged to Jonathan's mother, 49-year-old Darlene Sadler, who lived there with his 2 younger half-sisters. The place was nestled in the city's Morrison Park neighborhood, an area known for its lush greenery and well-maintained homes, the kind of quiet suburb where nothing out of the ordinary is ever supposed to happen. Sadly, that wasn't going to be the case that day. After parking his car, Jonathan started getting ready to unload some items. He was there to bring Darlene some furniture, so he was going to have to make a couple of trips in and out of the house. He hadn't been doing this for very long when a thought occurred to him. It was unusual that he hadn't seen his mom yet. Normally, Darlene came outside as soon as she heard him pull up, or else would wave to him from the front window, though Jonathan tried to tell himself that his mom was probably just busy. The next strange thing that he noticed was a lot harder to ignore. The front door to Darlene's house had been left unlocked, something that Jonathan couldn't remember ever happening before. Upon making his way inside, Jonathan headed towards the kitchen. It was here, moments later, that he made an awful discovery. His mother was lying face down and motionless on the floor. She was in a pool of blood, and most disturbing of all, there was a large knife sticking out of the back of her neck. Jonathan had barely began to process what he was seeing when another thought hit him like a sack of bricks. His youngest sister, 5-year-old Ashley, was also supposed to be there at the house. In a full-blown panic, Jonathan ran to search for her. Thankfully, he quickly found Ashley in her room, physically unharmed. Though Jonathan was able to breathe a small sigh of relief, his feeling didn't last for very long. After calling 911, he quickly realized that the young girl had witnessed something
What?
truly terrifying.
911, what's the emergency?
I walked into my house and my mom's laying on the floor in a pile of blood with a knife in her back. My little sister was here when I came in. I guess she's been here all day. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What did your sister say about the person who came in earlier?
What happened, baby?
He's showing a red knife.
As the call continued, the 911 dispatcher asked Ashley for as many details about her mom's attacker as she could provide. Jonathan listened in horror as she described an unknown male intruder, one who she said was wearing all black, and who strangely, she said had blue hair, while the 5-year-old was aware enough to know that something very bad had happened to her mother. It was clear that she didn't understand everything that was going on, though she repeatedly stated that Darlene was dead. Heartbreakingly, she talked about putting band-aids on her.
Boy.
No. Make my booty bounce.
That's kind of the whole point.
Please take care of your back. I'll deal with it.
Okay.
Hey, Dad. I cried.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm thinking about. I did some damage on her. I did it. I still think about it.
When emergency responders arrived at the scene, sadly, Darlene Sadler was pronounced dead. One look at her injuries made it obvious that this was a murder, and the case was quickly handed over to detectives with the San Diego PD. Of course, the first thing that caught the attention of investigators was the same thing that everyone else had noticed when they saw Darlene's body: the large kitchen knife, which was still lodged in the back of her neck. The knife almost certainly belonged to Darlene, since there was one missing from a nearby knife block, and it appeared to match the others that were still there. While the knife wound was and likely would have been fatal on its own, it turned out that it was not the injury that killed her. Her actual cause of death was 3 gunshot wounds to the head. An autopsy shot to the head before Darlene had been stabbed. The autopsy also provided a rough time of death, which was estimated to be about 9:30 p.m. Given the amount of blood evidence in the kitchen, which included and high up on the walls, detectives concluded that this is where the murder had taken place. This wasn't the only location blood was recovered, however. Some more of it was found smeared on one of the front door jambs, and much smaller droplets were discovered on the floor in the hallway. Some of these last bits of blood looked like they could have been quite a bit older than the rest of the evidence found in the crime scene, though nonetheless, all of it was sent away for testing. The final clue found at the scene was equally as promising: a single .22 caliber shell casing. Since Darlene had been shot 3 times, detectives speculated that the killer had picked up the other 2 pieces. They had been unable to find this one, which was sitting on the kitchen counter. Given the brutality of Darlene Sadler's murder, one thing was immediately clear to investigators: someone really wanted to make sure that she was dead. Unfortunately, they were about to
Make it.
Chimichangas.
Me a burrito.
I can.
Let's try this again.
I'll touch your booty regardless.
Darlene's youngest daughter was taken
I do.
to see if there was any other information she might be able to provide. With her age, this was handled very delicately, and the actual interview was conducted by a trained mental health professional who specialized in working with kids who had gone through traumatic events. For the most part,
Blood.
Ashley repeatedly
A few days old.
had already given me the 911
Hope it's not Lily's.
phone. Once again, she stated that the killer had been dressed in all black, this time saying, "Clothes look like an injury. The blue hair part is a little less clear." None of the sources we came across mentioned Ashley ever bringing this detail up again, and it appears that detectives simply chalked this up to the girl's mind struggling. Ashley also agreed to Darlene's both were completely plans, quite disturbing in context. First drawing Ashley said was of her mom lying on the floor with her eyes closed. Second was of the knife was in her back. Not wanting to push the young girl any further, considering what she'd already been through, authorities decided to end their interviews with her here. Then down to Darlene's other children, who they wanted to speak to both as potential suspects and
Is the
as
thing
sources of
unplugged or
information
something?
about the
No.
1-year-old's life.
It ain't charging the fucking thing.
Jonathan was the first person
Well, it's plugged in.
he was quickly ruled out as a person of interest. Doctors provided detectives with a detailed accounting of his daily recovery and stuff from the crime. He had been at work all the way up until the time that he had brought the furniture over to his mom's
Thank God.
house, something that was verified by his employer. After he was no longer considered a suspect, Jonathan was able to provide a lot of background information about Lily's life. Of Darlene's 4 children, he had been the closest.
Footprints.
Jonathan said
Who do they belong to?
Incredibly hardworking, and had always done what she could to provide the best life possible for him and his siblings. This was all the more impressive because she had done it more or less on her own. Sadly, she had been incredibly unlucky.
It looks like she stopped here to hide.
When Darlene was in her 20s, she gave birth to Jonathan and his sister Jessica. Things had taken a tragic turn when the children's father passed away, and they were still very young. At the time, Jonathan was only 2 years old. Darlene
She must be in that warehouse.
gave birth to another daughter, Shauna.
Smart girl.
The relationship only lasted a couple of years before Shauna's dad walked out on the family before leaving the country altogether. Years later, it looked like Darlene had gotten a third shot at
Lots of good places to hide in there, I bet.
David. They got married as well, with Darlene giving birth to Ashley in 2003. Fortunately, this marriage also fell apart. At the time of Darlene's birth, David had moved out and was living on his own in the city of Bakersfield, while Darlene was living with Shauna and Ashley.
Lily?
Since Jonathan and Jessica were older, they had already moved out. Despite
Shit.
troubled romantic relationships, Jonathan was adamant that Darlene and Dave wasn't alone.
Lily came from upstairs.
She found a way to survive, no matter how hard.
She probably crawled through here. Gotta get through.
Plenty of energy. Well, Jonathan said, his mom was just a
She's a brave and resourceful little girl. She's gonna be okay. I just gotta find her.
As detectives conducted more interviews, they found out that not everyone shared his opinion. In fact, there were a surprising amount of people who seemingly wished Darlene harm. The first name that brought up was Darlene's most recent husband, David. While they were planning to look into him no matter what, they were even more intrigued when he was proposed as a possible suspect by Darlene's 15-year-old daughter, Shauna. Like Jonathan, Shauna was initially looked at as a possible suspect herself. However, she also had a solid alibi. Since it was Thursday, Shauna had been at school when the murder took place. She was dropped off there at 7:15 a.m. by Darlene that morning, and her attendance was confirmed in all of her classes. Just as an aside, Jessica was also ruled out around this time, though sources don't really say much about her. Anyway, when detectives moved to asking Shauna more general questions about her mom's life, she told them that she was worried David might be involved in her murder. Darlene and David had met about 10 years earlier while they were both attending a party for one of their mutual friends. They hit it off and were married 2 years later. Though the relationship had been turned to drugs and alcohol, something he had already struggled with in the past. According to Shauna, David's addiction issues created tensions in his and Darlene's marriage. Darlene wasn't the kind of person to put up with that sort of thing, especially around her kids. When she pushed back, David became physically abusive. That's when Darlene decided to end the relationship. They had settled in the city, and David lived about 150 miles north to Bakersfield. This is where things really got interesting for investigators, though. Shauna said that first, she believed this was the end of things. She, her mom, and her younger sister were doing well, and it seemed like they were moving on with their lives. She claimed that David wouldn't leave them alone. A few months before the murder, David showed up suddenly, saying that he wanted to patch things up. He told Darlene that he had changed, and that he wanted to try and bring their family back together. Shauna said that David managed to convince her mom that he was serious, and deciding that it was best for Ashley to have her father in her life, Darlene agreed to try and make it work. They made plans to move and put a deposit down together on a home in Santa Clarita, roughly halfway between Bakersfield and Santa Ana. As it got closer to moving,
Casa Bonita.
It's a Casa Bonita. Cleaned up his act at all. He was still using drugs and alcohol heavily. And Darlene worried that he wouldn't be capable of being a responsible parent. When Darlene confronted David with her concerns, Shauna said that he flew into a rage, got into a huge fight, suspects in the murder mystery. First, there was a man in his 20s named Justin, who detectives learned had lived with Darlene and the family a couple of years earlier. Justin was the son of one of Darlene's close friends and was also close to Jonathan. Darlene had known Justin since he was a boy. So when he had a falling out with his parents in 2006, Darlene agreed to take him in for a while. At first, things were pretty normal. However, at some point, something had happened between him and Shauna. Justin claimed they were in a consensual relationship, but Darlene thought something more sinister was going on. The truth about what actually
Quit.
extremely unclear.
Don't be nitpicking and get touch them.
Shauna was 14 and Justin was 18 at the time that this took place.
Never mind.
What's up, Icarus? Huh? Touch him if I want to. Yeah. Nah.
Albert got into a bit of a jam. He lost the keys to his long-time apartment and didn't have anywhere to stay. Since Darlene had a spare bedroom at her house, she agreed to rent it to Albert for a small amount of money. Just like with Justin, at first, things seemed to be going okay. However, after a while, Albert started making Darlene's kids feel uncomfortable, and he stopped paying her the rent they agreed to. When Darlene asked him to leave, he agreed, but he made no attempt to hide that he was angry about it. In fact, detectives learned that he had gone on to say something that now looked incredibly suspicious. This was actually one of the final things that Ashley had mentioned during her interview with the mental health workers. She said that a couple of weeks earlier, she and her mom had been at the grocery store when they were confronted by Albert in the parking lot. During a heated rant, Albert had threatened to stab Darlene in the neck. When detectives looked into Albert's background, they discovered something else. He had a previous criminal record that included aggravated assault and domestic violence. The final suspect that authorities found came when they were doing a canvass of Darlene's neighborhood. During conversations with neighbors, several of them mentioned a sober living area less than a mile away. A number of them stated that sketchy characters had been out there, and that a lot of people came and went from the place daily. Detectives went to the residence, where they spoke to the supervisor. Almost immediately, the supervisor shared his suspicions about a particular resident who he said was named Craig.
Another doll. But where's Lily?
And in fact, had taken off abruptly hours after Darlene's murder. Later that day, he had called the sober living home and explained he had to leave town, though wouldn't say why. As it happened, where Darlene strange husband David was impossible the two were connected. Detectives now had quite the list of suspects, each of whom seemed like they could have been involved in Darlene's murder. The question now was which one, if any of them, was actually responsible. Luckily, police were about to get an incredibly useful lead that would help them find out. Little did they know, however, the results wouldn't be anything close to what they expected.
Him. The murderer with the camera. And the son of a bitch has my little girl. I was so close. Damn it! Calm down. Think. I gotta save her. No more signals coming into this communicator. I need to find another way. O'Neill. Not sure I can trust him. But he wants out of here as bad as I want to find Lily.
There was blood from a third person that was seen as well.
O'Neill, it's Sebastian. Can you hear me?
Is that you? You're breaking up.
Shit. Not now. Maybe it'll work better outside.
None of them were a match, except for Shauna, whose DNA matched the blood. Understandably, detectives were intrigued by this, so they brought the 15-year-old into questioning again. However, she was able to provide an explanation. As authorities had suspected, this blood was
Can't let him get away again.
Problems, but denied ever threatening Garner. He also claimed that the plan to move back in together was still on. David provided detectives with an alibi for September 18th, saying he'd been at work all day during the time the murder took place. When authorities looked into this, they discovered that his alibi was ironclad. He was at his job in Bakersfield, and there were many people there who were willing to attest to this. Of course, like this was also...
Hey! You! The girl! Where is she? Hope I can reach O'Neill this time.
But he said he had gotten over it pretty quickly.
O'Neill, it's Sebastian.
You're still alive? I mean, you're still alive. Good. Were you able to locate the core?
No, but I know who has her. And he's got powers like nothing else in here. But I lost him.
I think I can help you out with that. I picked up a frequency I've never seen before. It's coming from City Hall.
Great. Where's that?
Look up. Do you see a building with a big clock tower?
Yeah.
That's it.
How in the hell am I supposed to get up there?
It's a bit complex. Come back here, I can explain.
Right. I'm on my way.
And when his DNA was tested against the undocumented door jam, it was not a match. This is where he was
Hello.
Hey.
I'm guessing still no TJ and Joe?
Nope.
Yeah, they don't usually hop on till later anyways.
Well, when I had hopped on and I opened the party chat, it said I think TJ was on 8 minutes before I had hopped on.
Authorities were about to get the final.
Either used his app or just quickly logged in to see something or some shit.
Maybe.
Because I know Joe does that sometimes too. She'll use the PlayStation app, like to see who's on. He probably saw I was playing Borderlands. He was like, "Yeah, probably later."
Brandy said you better start calling him, saying, "What's up, bitch?"
No, they yelled at me like because I kind of overdid it. Not kind of, I did overdo it.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, I know. So I've just been staying away from like texting them about like seeing if they want to hop on. And that was what, a few months ago now.
Oh.
Because that was still when I was working at Meriden. And I was still a machinist.
A lot of that, Shauna said, had to do with the fact that Brian took things way too seriously. Shauna told Jonathan that the reason she was suspicious of Brian.
If I keep just farming this boss, I will get over 10 million credits.
Nice.
Damn, it's that thing again.
I mean, he's not dropping any good loot, but like the price of all the tiered is pretty good.
She said that Brian went to Darlene and told her that he wanted to murder Shauna. Darlene said he was crazy, too young, especially Shauna. Then she said she didn't want Brian coming around the house anymore. Shauna stated that she hadn't initially said about Brian after her mom's murder, because by that point they hadn't been together for a while. But the more she thought about it, the more she worried, especially because she knew Brian was really into guns and had a few in the house. After getting all of this information from Jonathan, Santa Ana detectives looked further into Brian's background. At first glance, he looked like the last person who would be capable of doing this murder. Brian had no prior criminal history. He hadn't even been arrested. He was in college full-time studying languages and religion. It seemed like a pretty normal teen. Detectives looked a little further into Brian's social media activity, though. They started to see what they thought was evidence of an unhealthy obsession with firearms and violence. He was posted to MySpace, showing himself in all kinds of random teen activities. One of these photos, in particular, caught the attention of investigators. Which Brian did next week. His emails was covering his face. This was Ninja, Ashley had seen. Police decided they needed to test Brian's DNA. However, they didn't want to tip him off just yet about what was going on. So instead of randoming interviews, they came up with a clever workaround.
Do what, baby? It's because I was in the middle of killing something.
Authorities showed him several pictures of Brian, telling him to point out if any of them were his. Of course, these were just totally random photos. This wasn't actually what they were after. Instead, police wanted to see if they could get Brian to drink the bottle of water in his hand his hand. Sure enough, he took the bait. And after this, the bottle was sent to the test lab. This is true. That Brian's DNA was a match to the blood of the crime scene. On April 16th, 2009, so almost exactly 7 months after Darlene Zappa's murder, Brian Landry was brought into question. Unaware of what evidence authorities had against him, at first the 18-year-old was remarkably calm and neutral. When asked, he told detectives that he had a good relationship with Darlene at the time of the murder, though couldn't remember the last time he'd been at her house. As for the day of the murder,
You got nothing play that with you?
No, he's playing Borderlands. This is a single-player game. Be cool if this was multiplayer.
Would be interesting.
Do you remember the actual date that this was? Yeah, this is the one. We're gonna go Kansas City.
After roughly 2 hours, they started to confront him with what they knew.
You can say you're with your friend. You can say all these other things. You got a lot of evidence from the police.
You made it here okay.
Not sure if okay is the right word, but yeah, I made it. Now, tell me how to get to City Hall.
Union was built with a sort of backstage area, so Mobius operatives could observe the test subjects in secret. Most of these passageways are still intact enough to bypass the fissures in Union.
But chunks of the city are floating in the air. How are there tunnels?
They're passageways, not tunnels.
Yes.
When you go in and out of them, you're basically phase shifting. We call it the marrow. It exists in a layer separate from what you see.
That doesn't make any sense.
Fortunately for you, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to work. But it's a maze down there. If you take the wrong path, you could end up on the other side of town.
Where's this marrow that gets me to City Hall? And who comes up with these ridiculous names?
I'll mark the location of the port. It's in the North Safe House. Looks like a regular computer, but it's not. I'll give you the password you need to activate it. Once you're inside, follow the marker to exit B2. That should take you straight to City Hall.
You could have told me this on my communicator, you know.
Maybe so, but I couldn't have given you this. The passageways are still intact, but the collapse of Union has caused infrastructure issues. My communicator says that the gas leak is blocking the path to exit B2. You'd never make it through alive without this.
Deadly gas leaks, huh? Thanks for saving the worst for last, O'Neill.
Based on what we've seen so far, I doubt that it's the worst you'll encounter.
You're not helping.
Anything else you need to know before you go?
By the way, how did you know that this signal was coming from the guy I mentioned?
My communicator went crazy when you tried to call earlier. Something was interfering with it, a frequency I'd never seen before. And it was coming from the warehouse that you were just in. Right before you called, the signal disappeared. And then bam! When you said this guy was powerful and that you lost him, well, it stood to reason that he was the... What kind of powers are we talking about?
He summoned some of those things. Like he was controlled. Then he just teleported away.
But everyone in Union was tested before they were placed in STEM. There's no way they'd let a psycho in.
Well, I'm here.
But you're not a psychopath, right?
Why do you think he chose to camp out at City Hall?
It's probably got something to do with the stable field emitter.
Damn it. What's a stable?
It's a machine that temporarily stabilizes an area of STEM environment. It's not nearly as powerful or effective as a core, so we only use them.
It doesn't seem like it's working.
Yeah. We sent Harrison and a security team to set and hope they're okay.
Maybe you should come with me. If I can...
No way. I'm not leaving this safe room, unless it's to get out of Union entirely or someone... And who the hell is this...
Lily is my daughter. She's the core. I could really use your help.
I'll help you from in here when I can, but...
She's just a little...
I know, but appealing to my better nature isn't a good way to... Sorry. I'm just not...
Yeah, I've noted.
That would take as much suspicion off of her as possible. Decided on September 18th, because it was the day that Shauna would be in school. Brian